Assalamu alaikum friends. Friends, recently Ministry of Finance has released a UAE Cabinet Decision number 85 of 2022 specifying the condition for determining the tax residency status of legal and natural person in the UAE, determining the tax domicile, tax residency we can say. It has released this Cabinet Decision number 85. Okay, we are trying to understand it, what they want to say. Okay, as usual, country means UAE, ministry means Ministry of Finance, authority means FTA, person means natural or legal person, tax residency, a person residing in the country as specified in Article 3, Article 4 of this cabinet decision. Article 3 and Article 4 we will see, and any activity that is practiced regularly, continuously, and independently by any person, such as an industrial, commercial, agriculture, professional, craft or service activities, exploitations activities, or related to the use of tangible or intangible properties. Residence permit or permission issued by the competent authority, immigration department in the country to grant a natural person the right to reside or work within the territory of the country. This does not include any temporary permit to enter the country for a specified period for the purpose of temporary travel to visa, sports treatment, or any other activities. Residence permit means residence permits like work permit, golden visa holders, green visa holders, like this. Place of residence in the state means UAE. It is available to the natural person at all time, perpetual. International agreement, there can be any agreement with another countries, like UAE has agreements with many countries, like any bilateral, multilateral agreement, or any other agreement to which the country is a party that has been ratified by the parties. Citizen certificate, a certificate issued by the authority FTA proving that person is a tax resident in the tax country in the UAE. Tax, every federal tax imposed, like now is a VAT, in the future it will be a corporate tax. uh, Tax laws whose administration, collection or enforcement are entrusted with the environment. Tax law, any federal law imposed under a tax, like corporate tax, it will be now VAT. Article 2, what Article 2 aims? The main decision aims to specify the requirement and condition for determining a person as a tax resident in the country, means in the tax resident in the UAE. Article 3 talk about legal person. Here some condition are given. Legal person means companies. A legal person is considered a tax resident in the country in any of the following two conditions. Two conditions are there. It was established, formed, and recognized in accordance with the law in the force in the country in the UAE, and it does not include the branch that is registered by a foreign legal person in the country. Foreign companies branches will not be a tax resident in the UAE. It is considered uh, it is considered as a tax resident under the tax law of the UAE. Article 4 talk about natural person, like human beings. A natural person is considered a tax resident in the country if any of the following, if any, if we, Article number 3 is both conditions should be satisfied. Article number 4 say any of the conditions should be satisfied. Here we have given three conditions actually. First condition number 1 is saying if his usual or principal place of residence and the center of his financial and personal interest in the country, place of residence in the country, center of financial, personal interests are in the country, or if he meets the condition and criteria specified by the decision of the minister. If there might be a minister can be specify some criteria, some condition that should be fulfilled. Okay. Condition number two, if it's fulfilled, not fulfilled by the natural person, then they can fulfill second condition. If he has been physically present in the state for the period of 183 days or more during the relevant 12-month period. If he is staying 183 days or more, then he can also be a tax resident in the UAE for tax purposes. Point number 3 says if he is a physically present in the country for 90 days. This condition will be very useful for the people who travel a lot for shows, for tournaments, for any work. And this condition, point number three, will benefit them. Point number three say, if he is a physically present in the country for the 90 days or more during a period of 12 months and holds the nationality of the country, UAE, or hold a valid resident permit in the country, golden visa holder, green visa holders, other kind of work permit holders, visa, or holds the nationality of any of the member state of GCC for the Arab states and fulfill any of the conditions. He has a permanent place of residence in the UAE. Place of residence means he has a, uh, tenancy contracts. He can prove through that, and doing a job or business in the country. Okay, 90 days he has the place of residence in the UAE and doing job or business in the UAE. Okay, now Article 5 talk about Article number 3 and 4 is more useful. Article 3 specify the condition for a legal person. A legal person would be a tax resident of the UAE in cases if meets any of the following two conditions. Condition number one, the legal person was established, formed, or recognized by the law and the regulation in the force in the UAE and does not include any branch of a foreign company. Or legal person is considered as a tax resident under the prevailing tax laws of the UAE. Here, things to be considered, clarity on the conditions relevant to the legal person to be a tax resident of the UAE is unclear. Given that country is in the doorstep of introducing a corporate tax regime, companies, we hope FTA or Ministry of Finance will introduce all these conditions, all these things. Okay. Now, Article 4 talk about natural person. Natural person would be a tax resident of the UAE in any of the following conditions if they met. Out of three, any one if they met. The usual or principal place of residence, economic activities, and personal interest are in the UAE or meet the criteria laid down by the decision of the minister. Point number two, person has been physically present in the UAE for a period of 183 days or more during the relevant 12-month period, or the person is physically present in the country for 90 days or more during the 12-month period and either hold the nationality of the UAE or hold a valid residency permit or hold the nationality of any GCC members countries and has a permanent place of residence in the UAE or has a job or business in the UAE. The condition of physically present in the UAE for 90 days or more or having a permanent residence place of residence in the UAE is a significant relief for the many individuals including talented personals, artists or sports person who often travel across the globe for event shows and tournaments. Now come to the next article number tax certificate, tax citizen certificate. A person who is a tax resident in the country or in the accordance with the provisions of the article 3 or 4 which we will now see of this decision may submit an application to the authority for the purpose of issuing a tax domicile certificate. Okay, such applications should be submitted to the FTA. Okay, currently an online form are needed to be filled which will be reviewed by the FTA and will be post approval. The tax domicile certificate are to be issued to the applicants. Okay, the application referred to in clause 1 of this article shall be submitted in the form determined by the FTA or Ministry of Finance. If the authority is satisfied that the applicant meets the conditions specified in Article 3 and 4 of this decision and that application has been submitted in accordance with the clause of 2 of this article, the authority may approve the application and issue a tax domicile certificate. Article 6 talk about the international agreements. If there is any international double taxation avoidance agreement with any country, or we will see in the future corporate tax conditions and this cabinet decision number 85 conditions we have to see. Okay, if there is any DTAA with any other country, double tax avoidance agreement or any kind of agreement with any other country, then that agreement will prevail. That agreement will be, we have to give the importance. Okay, then according to that that agreement, we have to define, we have to see the tax residency of the companies or human beings. This they want to say under article number 6. Article 7 say the power, authority, power and its corporations. In order to satisfy whether the legal or natural person met the residency criteria, the authorities may request multiple documents from the applicants. An indicative list of these documents will be legal. In the case of legal person, they can ask for trade license, they can ask for audited financial statements, they can ask for bank statement for previous 6 months, 12 months, power of attorney of the general managers, and from individual they can ask for immigration card, immigration report of the period of stay in the UAE from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, residence proof copy as Izari, tenancy contracts, 6 month bank statement detailing his expenditure he is doing in the UAE, and valid UAE visa copy. Article 8 Executive Decision. Ministers shall issue the necessary decision to determine the conditions, control, and standard necessary for the implementation of any of the provision of this decision. They can issue any kind of clarification, data, directives for the implemented. The main thing is that the decision shall be published in the official gazette and shall come into force from 1st March 2023. Now come to the conclusion part. What is the conclusion? The tax and regulatory environment in the UAE are undergoing changes and increasingly the focus is on the alignment with the global best practices. The cabinet decision on tax residence is one which move towards a global tax compliance framework which becomes relevant in the future years. Clear and precise tax residency policy is the first step toward minimal cross-border disputes, which may eliminate as the UAE, which will increase the UAE implement as a corporate tax regime. We hope UAE corporate tax will ease more ease for doing our business. This is all regarding cabinet decision number 85. If you have any doubts, you want a tax residency certificate for your company, for yourself, you can contact us without any hesitate. Thank you so much for attending the video. Please like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you very much.